so
That would be me, Lake.
And I love singing with you, Lake. It's absolutely a joy. And, you know, the second or third song we did, Stepping Out in Faith, was a song that Jim and I wrote to tell our story, to tell this journey that we've been on to step out in faith and start a new ministry. And we've both been writing. We have loved this music since we were little kids. And we've always wanted to write and always wanted to sing. And Jim is probably the biggest Squire Parsons fan on the planet. How many of you remember Squire? He gave us some of the best songs our genre of music has ever heard. And Jim has wanted to be just like Squire since he was a little boy. And so when he came to me and said, honey, would you like to sing this Squire Parsons classic on the new CD? I was more than a little bit surprised that I get to sing it. I'm not greatest fan on the planet.
Well, happy wife, happy life.
Amen.
I'm smarter than I look. Somebody said amen. Well, better not have been you.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
I love this song because if God has done a work in your life, the message of this song resonates in your heart. But I also love it because it reminds me of my daddy. I'm an only child, daddy's girl. And all of my life, I've heard my dad's story. How that when he was 13 years old, he ran away from home because he wanted to be a rock star. He'd been playing the guitar since he was about 4, so by the time he was 13, he was good enough to get the job. And this rock band in Ohio hired him. And at way too young of an age, he left home. And he went to go live with these guys, and most of the time, they just lived in their van, traveling from bar to play their gigs. Some of the time, they lived in this big white house that was between Dayton and Cincinnati, and it sat right by a railroad track. They stored their things there. They practiced there. My dad learned new, innovative things on the guitar there. But that is where those men taught him how to do drugs. And it wasn't long before he was $100 a day heroin addict. And in order to pay for that habit, he became a drug dealer. All of my life, I've heard the stories of how he would sit with a gun on his side of the table, while the other guy had a gun on his side of the table, so they couldn't cheat one another in the drug deal. And I heard the stories of how he would have to sleep with a gun under his pillow every night just to stay safe. Most of the men that my dad ran around with are dead today. They died violent deaths. It was muggings and shootings in bars because they lived a destructive lifestyle. But somehow, through it all, God protected my dad's life. And when I was 5 years old, my dad gave his heart to Jesus. Amen. Amen. God drastically redeemed my dad's life, and he wanted to tell everyone. But he struggled for the words because he thought in order to tell someone about Jesus, that he needed to know more about theology. And when you grow up with a rock band, you don't know much about theology. So he got down on his knees and he prayed. And he asked God, how do I tell them? And God spoke to his heart and said, just tell them what I did for you. Amen. We read of so many miracles in the Bible, but we have lived the greatest of them all, the redemption of a life. And that's the story we want to tell. I wasn't there by the shores of Galilee when Jesus touched those blinded eyes and they and see. And though I did not see the empty tomb that day, I still believe, for I know what Jesus did for me. I believe there is power in the blood of the Lamb, and I believe there is healing in the touch of His hand. But the greatest of all miracles was when Jesus saved me.
For I know what Jesus did for me.
Now I have seen the lowest sin-sick soul have life anew, be made pure, pure and whole. And I have felt Him loose the chains of sin and set my spirit free. For I know what Jesus did for me. I believe there is power in the blood of the Lamb, and I believe there is healing in the touch of His hand. But the greatest of all miracles was when Jesus saved me.
For I
know what Jesus did for